Oops, I lost the feed on that last one, so here I am continuing the video about one-to-one and inverse functions. So we were just here talking about one-to-one and inverse functions, and now I want to take a look at the activity over here, and yeah, that should be enough to see what's going on. And let's look at page 2 of activity 8. And you get the same three functions defined again by a graph and a table and a formula. And the questions are a little bit different though. It says, is f 1-to-1? How can you tell? Here's f. Horizontal line test, right? Is g 1-to-1? How can you tell? Well, g is defined by this table. So this is more like just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ordered pairs. So let's see. This thing is an input because all the x's are unique, right? So you give me an x and it has a specific output. It's 1-to-1 because all of the outputs are unique. 4, 2, 1, -1, -2. We don't have a single output with two different inputs. So this is a 1-to-1 function. You can tell from just looking at the xy pairs. Okay? Find a formula for h inverse of x. Let me leave that for another video. And let me look down the way here. They asked us to find f inverse of 4. Okay, now this is a little funky. Recall that what f inverse means is it means the function that you get by reversing x and y, reversing input and output in f of x. Okay, here's f of x. And if you wanted to find f of 3, you'd locate 3 on the x-axis, and you'd go up here and you'd find the point 3, 4. And that would mean that when you input 3, you output 4. f of 3 would be 4. Okay? So f of 3 is 4 because there's a point on here at 3, 4. Right? f of 3 is 4 from the graph. So now to find f inverse of 4, you want to reverse this approach, and you want to find not x equals 4, but y equals 4. So here's y equals 4, 4 on the y-axis. Then you scan across here and you find that same point 3, 4. That means when the output is 4, the input is 3. So in other words, when you find f of 3, you start on the x-axis, locate the point with the first coordinate 3, and then check out the second coordinate to find f of 3. To find f inverse of 4, just reverse. Start at 4 on the y-axis, locate a point with second coordinate 4, and then find the input that goes with that one. How about g inverse of -1? Well, to find g, I would take a value of x and locate g of x in the table. So to find g inverse, I go backwards. G inverse is the input that has an output of -1. Here's an output of -1. The input associated with that is 2. So it's just inverse means backwards. Run the function backwards. Goodbye.